What's up guys, this is our reviews. In this video we're going to show you the part 2 of the top 10 Cydia tweaks for 2015. The first tweak we're going to show you, it's called Vertex. This tweak will merge your app switcher with your control center and will give your control center and app switcher a very cool look. You can see right here we have all the toggles and the controls of the control center right here, and up here we have the app switcher and the app cards. Now if we go to settings, here we have an enable button for Vertex right here. Then down here we have swipe up. If you enable this, then you will be able to launch Vertex by simply swiping up from the bottom of your device like this. And if we go back, you can enable blurred background, also gray background and round corners for the app cards on your app switcher. You can also enable contacts if you want to see your recent contacts on the app switcher. Lower here, then you have sections. Here you can organize the sections of the control center. And if we go back, then we have toggles right here. Here you can enable or disable or rearrange any of the toggles for your control center. Then here you can choose toggles per page, and also you can enable paging right here. Then lower here you can enable iOS 8 style toggles and also single color for your control center toggles. Just enable it right here and choose a color between white and black. This tweak doesn't have any more options to configure. You can download it from the Big Boss repo. It will cost you $149. Next up is a tweak called Coldharbour. This tweak will bring the OS X dock style to your iOS 8 device. You can see my dock right here. It looks way more different, and when I swipe through the icons, you can see right here they bounce, and I can easily go ahead and just release my finger to one of them and it will take me directly to that app. Now here we go to the settings of this tweak. We have an enable button right here. Then we have animation duration right here. You can set it with the slider. Lower here you can set the size of the dock. Just slide the slider to the right side to make the dock smaller. You can see right now how it looks. And if we go back, then you have the wave height and width. You can set them with these sliders. Lower here you have bounce options. You can choose the time for bounce and also enable bounce in running apps and also on lock screen. Lower here you can flush the bottom edge, the background of your dock. You can flush the bottom edge with the bottom of your device. You can see right here the dock background goes all the way to the bottom of your device. And if we go back, you can also choose if you want to show app name indicator and also show app state dot, which is a black dot that indicates that the app is running in the background. Lower here, then you have use normal dock background. If you enable this, it will enable the normal dock background. Now you can download this tweak for $2.99 from the Big Boss repo. The next tweak we're going to show you, it's called Centered. This tweak will add your control center to your notification center. Now we won't have the control center at the bottom of our device, but we will have it on the notification center. Now we have 3 tabs right here. You can see Today Notifications and CC, which is the control center. Now if we go to settings, here we have some options that we can configure for this tweak. We have an enable button right here. Then here we have custom name. You can set a custom name for the section of the control center on your notification center. And lower here you can also enable a brighten background for your control center. You can see right here the notification center has a darker background, but when we go to the control center it has a brighter background. You can download this tweak for $115 from the Big Boss repo. Next up is a tweak called Color Badge. This tweak will customize your app badges by giving them the color of the icon. You can see right here the App Store has a badge and it has a blue color, which is also the color of the App Store icon. Also here you can see green icon, green badge, very cool. And if we go to settings, under color badge, here we have an enable button. Then you have Apex folder support. If you enable this, it will give support for the Apex tweak. And lower here you have enable borders. You can enable borders for your badges right here, and then also you can use legacy borders. Just enable it right here, and then you have a respring button for all these changes to take effect. Very simple tweak to use, but it looks very cool. You can download it for 99 cents from the Big Boss repo. Next up is a tweak called Anchor. This tweak will allow you to place your icons anywhere you like on your springboard. Now normally the iOS 8 will rearrange your icons. It won't let you place this icon, for example, right here. If you try to place it right here, it will automatically rearrange it and place it here. But this tweak allows you to place your icons anywhere you like. You just drag them to any place you want and you can put them there and they will stay there. Very cool tweak. And if you go to settings, here you have an enable button for this tweak. Then you have your pages right here. You can go ahead and reset the layout for your pages. Just hit hard reset right here. It will respring your device and will reset the layout for that page. You can also reset the layout for all the pages at the same time. Just hit right here, reset all. You can download this tweak for $1.99 from the Big Boss repo. The next tweak we're going to show you, it's called Pharaoh. This tweak will organize all your app badges into one place. You can see this little icon right here on the status bar. If I tap on it, it will show me all the apps that have badges, and I can easily go ahead and launch any of them directly from here. I can close any of them simply by swiping up like this, or I can hold one of them until this window shows up, and now I can go ahead and just hit OK and clear all the app badges at the same time. Now if we go to settings, here we have Pharaoh. Here we can configure some settings for this tweak. We have an enable button right here. Then lower here we have configuration. Here you can choose between a light mode and a dark mode. If you enable this, then you will have the light mode for the background of this tweak. If you disable it, you will have a darker mode. You can see it right here. And if we go back, then here we have preview. If you enable this, you will have a preview of the apps, just like on App Switcher. Here you see, you will have these little cards, a preview of the apps that you have badges on. And if we go back on settings, here we have reachable. If you enable this, then it will place Pharaoh down here on your device so you can easily reach it with one hand. Then you have use close box. If you enable this, then you will be able to close the apps that you have on Pharaoh by tapping on them and then hitting the X button and not by swiping them up. Lower here you have allow paging. Here you can enable paging on Pharaoh so you can have pages of apps. Lower here you can hide app badges, and also you can go ahead and replace your app switcher with Pharaoh. Just enable it right here, and now you can use Pharaoh as your app switcher. Lower here you can choose how many apps you want to see per page, and then you have activator gestures. Here you can choose an activator gesture to launch Pharaoh. Lower here then you have security. If you go here, you can enable security for Pharaoh. Just enable it right here. You can also enable Touch ID, and if you want to change your passcode, just go lower here. You can see change passcode, and you can enter a passcode for Pharaoh. Now you can download Pharaoh for $1.50 from the Big Boss repo. Next up is a tweak called BigFii Plus. This tweak will allow you to add some cool effects to your icons. As you can see right here, it also allows you to resize your icons, and you can do all that by going to your settings and you go to BigFii Plus. The first thing you have here is size. Here you can go ahead and change the size of your icons with the slider right here. Then you have rotation. Here you can rotate the icons of your device, and if we go back, then we have color. Here you can apply hue. You see the slider right here, and you can see here on real time how the settings will affect your icons. And if we go back, then you have border. You can apply a border for your icons, and if we go back, then you have here advanced settings. Here you can enable a custom layer for your icons and then just change the color with the sliders right here. You can see here on real time the effect that this tweak will have on your icons. If you go back right here, you have flip badges. You can hide icon labels, effect dock, and also pinch to adjust, which means that you can adjust the size of your icons by simply pinching on the springboard. And lower here you have example icon. You saw that icon on real time, how it affects how BigFii affects your icons. That was Cydia, and you can choose any icon right here to see as the example how this tweak affects your icons. And if we go back, then here we have saved themes. Here you have some themes that came preloaded with this tweak, and you can launch any of them from here. Just select any one you like, and then lower here you can save your current theme, your configuration. Just hit save current preferences right here, enter a name, and you can save it, and then you will find it under the saved themes, and you can launch it anytime you want. Then here you have apply changes. Just hit that button to respring your device, and all these changes will be made. You can download BigFii Plus for $2 from the Big Boss repo. The next tweak we're gonna show you, it's called Dock and Roll. This tweak will add these cool animations to the dock of your iOS 8 device. You can see right here, the dock of my device looks way more different. And if we go to settings, here we have some options that we can configure for this tweak. We have an enable button right here. Then we have startup animation. What it does is that it will give you a cool animation on your dock whenever you unlock your device. Lower here, then you have dock mode. Here you can choose any of these effects that you want for your dock. Then lower here you can enable continuous and also center tapped icon. What it does is that it will bring the icon that you tap on the center of the dock. Lower here you can allow paging and also choose here how many icons you want to have per page. If you go lower here, then you can set the icon spacing, the icon perspective, also the scroll speed and the dock height with these sliders right here. You can download this tweak for $1.99 from the ModMyi repo. The next tweak we're gonna show you, it's called Edit Pasteboard. This is a very useful tweak that will allow you to edit your pasteboard by simply using an activator gesture. Now the first thing you have to do after you install this tweak is go to your settings, go to activator, and just choose an activator gesture which you will use to launch this tweak. To do that, you just go to the gesture that you want to use and select Edit Pasteboard right here. Now you can see if I use that gesture, double tap on the status bar right here, it will show me this window. This is my pasteboard, and I can easily go ahead and edit right here, hit done, and now it will save that edit on my pasteboard. Very useful tweak. You can download it for free from the Big Boss repo. And the last tweak for this video, it's called LSWeather. This tweak will allow you to have the weather of your city on your lock screen. Instead of the slide to unlock, you will have the weather of your city. You can see right here at the bottom of the lock screen. Now the first thing you have to do after you install this tweak is go to your settings and enable it right here. Then lower here you can set the weather update interval, and then here you can change the font for the weather. You can choose any font you like. Then you can also enable your city to show the name of your city on your lock screen. Enable it right here and choose a font right here. Then also you can hide the unlock chevron and also display a weather icon on your lock screen. Lower here you can disable the glint on the slide to unlock text, and then here you can choose where you want to place the weather on your lock screen. You can adjust the position vertically with the slider right here. Then you can also enable this minute time and date on your lock screen. You can see right here this minute time and date. It looks very cool. Now you can download this tweak for $1.99 from the Big Boss repo. So these are the top 10 Cydia tweaks for 2015. I hope you guys enjoyed them, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also go ahead and follow us on Twitter. You can find the link to our Twitter account in the description of this video.